like literally though, like okay, so like you have these career politicians that know how to play the game. We know that,
Yeah.
but like I still see like I understand how the world works. I don't like how the world works because I think it's a flawed system, and I think everyone knows it's a flawed system, and I really believe like when George Carlin was doing his skits and he was talking about the government fucking you, like literally if you don't realize you're being fucked, you're either one fucking somebody over or you're the one being fucked, and like they're just ramrodding it right up there, like they're just
Mhm.
like, and it's like they pit us against each other. So like there's so many, you've seen so many memes and so many, like annotated articles for like cartooning that show like how the government has done us, and it's like they take taxes, but then they blame me for taking the money from somebody else, and they pit me and him against each other instead of the guy realizing or the girl realizing that it wasn't me that took a dime from him. The
Yeah.
government took it. And it's like I'm not a socialist. I'm not a communist. I'm just a realist, honestly. Like I see
Well,
things. Like
realistically, we're all going to pay taxes. It doesn't matter
yeah,
who's
exactly.
running the show. Realistically, I would just like my taxes to go towards bettering our country as a whole, whereas like one party wants to take it and use it for all this stupid shit, and the other party's trying to help everybody. And which party do we go with? I just can't believe people are so against helping other people anymore. Or they
I
want to say they want to ban abortion. You ain't in it to help babies, you fucktards. You are not in it because as soon as them women have them babies, oh, she's a whore, she's a hooker, she should have kept her legs closed. Well, maybe y'all men should, not you, but maybe most men should keep their dick in their pants
well
or do
the
more
big thing.
to prevent pregnancy, I should say, because a
Agreed.
lot of men
Agreed.
aren't terrible.
I am totally for male birth control. Like there is an implant that has been I think it was like 15 years ago actually, because they can implant you same hormone thing like just like a female can have that, because like the new female implant, and it 99.999% will prevent that problem. And it's like, okay, so why, if we play both sides like that, what are the chances of, like, if two people don't want to have kids until they're say 35, right, and they're together for 10 years and they both have an implant, right, so they have 10 years to grow together, there's no unexpectedness, and then when they're ready they can try, and if there's issues there's always solutions for that as well. And it's
I
like
just
it's
think
like
it'd be nice if more people who are in the habit of acting like they live on Tinder or like Quagmire from Family Guy would just, I don't know, learn what
fucking
a
get a
condom is and
circumcision,
talk about it.
get a
More people should
circumcision.
just talk about condoms. No, they should just use condoms. I can't tell you how many times in the past I've had people come at me wanting some birth control, condoms, STDs, and none of that has been brought up, asked about, or anything. It's like you just want
They
to
don't
go in there
care.
like you're going through a minefield and you just don't give a fuck.
They
Get
don't
away
care.
from me.
Yeah, and
I
and
mean,
that
I've
says a
got
lot
my
about a
own checkered
person.
past, but Jesus, it's just at
That's
the point where it's just flabbergasting to me how many people just don't even want to initiate the conversation about fucking
safe,
condom. That
safe,
alone
safe,
would
safe,
solve.
safe, safe sexual intercourse,
Like
or safe.
nobody asks me if I can have kids. Nobody asks me when my last STD check was. Nobody asks me if I'm allergic to latex. I've had like maybe one person who's shown an interest in me has brought it up. Everybody else is just all, hey, let me help you leg it. Get near me again, I'm gonna catch a felony.
I know, like I know we talk about a lot of random stuff, but it's like we go back to that, right? So, um,
Problem is they don't want people to be safe.
well, there's no treatment in the cure. There's only treat. There's no money in the cure. There's money in the treatment. So yeah, of course, the medical industry's got to hop on that. Yeah, that like
That's one problem. But they
that's
don't teach.
what.
They don't even teach birth control. They don't even teach. Have you ever seen those random ass posts coming from a Twitter feed where women are talking about their interactions with men and periods? I've seen some weird fucking. Some of it's got to be made up because
What do you
there's
mean?
no
What do
way.
you mean by like the way they react to a woman having
Yeah,
ovulation and
the
actually
men don't
shedding
know.
the lining of their uterus?
I've seen guys say stupid shit. Even younger guys. You'd think younger guys now would be more educated. No, they're dumber, or they just didn't pay attention, or they're not getting taught anything. But like these guys will say stupid shit like, "Well, if you don't want a period, don't have it." Honey, it don't work like that. I've
Well,
seen
I
some
mean, the
that are
only way
just
you're not going to
God.
have it is if they go in and go, you know,
Yeah, or
goodbye.
impregnate. I've seen
Yeah.
some of the most god awful responses for some of the incredulous shit men think. about women and their bodies. They're not taught anything. Men are not taught anything about women, and we're not taught anything about men. We don't know what y'all go through. They've
No,
literally
no.
kept us on separate planets.
But
Like,
men were taught not to talk about things like that too. Still to this day, like
yeah,
even
oh
now,
yeah,
I'd say maybe only like 15 to 20% of males can actually
talk
express
about it.
what's going through their head about something. They just like shade it off. And I mean, I'm a typical male in the sense of like I can shade stuff with sarcasm, but I still know what's going on. Like I'm not fucking mute to the point. It's like
Yeah, nobody wants
it.
to talk about bowel movements. Nobody wants to talk about things that we all do every single day of our lives, which is
The,
just incredible.
we're also in a different mindset though too. Like I mean, like
Yeah,
we're
we
both
are,
taking
but
care of ourselves. We both know that you have to do XYZ to be healthy, and if I do XYZ, I'm going to be unhealthy. But nobody wants to talk about that. It's like, okay, so you go to the ER, and they're like, well, why didn't you talk to your doctor? Well, that's the thing again.